Okay, hello dear friends. I got something stuck in my throat. So I made this yogurt. I made, let me put it back in because I had some blooper to begin with. So I boil some milk, whole milk, put some cream, sugar, and vanilla extract. So to make into the milk. This is a milk pot. And after that, I put in the already made yogurt. And usually for the first generation, I put a rubber band around it. And then put in the yogurt. This is the starter yogurt. And the one with rubber band is the first generation yogurt. Sorry for the sound. Put it around. Okay. So this is the first generation yogurt mixed with the milk and a little bit flavored with milk, flavored with vanilla extract and flavored with sugar and heavy whipping cream. Not too much. Everything too much is not good, right? And then made into this little pot. Let's see, there are some foams. I do not like it, and it does not look good when you finish the yogurt making. When the yogurt finished making, it should be like a mirror on top of it. These foams does not make it look good. So I skim out this foam. And this video, because I make yogurt every day. Yeah, there might be one day I miss making it, then the other day I make 2 sets of yogurt almost every day. And yogurt has become one part of my life. And one friend, one advanced viewer said, had a question on this question and answer, asked, what is the appeal of making your own yogurt? So this video is to answer this question. So we will start from the very beginning. Yogurt. Let's start from the history. Yogurt in China. When I was growing up, I do not drink milk. I am one of the only person in the family who can drink milk. I think because at that time in China, most of us do not have the access to milk. This is what I heard recently. So we developed a kind of intolerance of lactose, of milk products. Anyway, our family, especially my sister, could not drink milk. And the way to get our nutrition is to drink soup, the rice boiled very long time. And we have something like 高干粉, 带藕粉, something like milk, powder, and rice, a mixture of it. So, and my family was relatively I'm missing, oh no, yes, here. At that time, everybody's living standard is low, so we could not afford to have to have milk, and it's like now if you buy milk, there are 2, you put in front of your door a milk box. There will be people delivery 2 bags of milk, bottles of milk, and there are some richer people. Yeah, we live in a university, so the professors, some more modernized or westernized people. It's a university that studies diplomacy. So there were a lot of people getting outside, has connection with outside world, which was quite a rare case in China at that time. So oh, I'm missing one. So we had I'm sorry, this video is becoming a little bit too awkward. I might want to make another video with the noise of boiling water and with looking around for things. Okay, as we wait for the yogurt to be, the water to be boiled, maybe we can take a look at this yogurt. It's made yogurt, and it's a good one, very well made. On top of it, it's a little bit creamy, more creamier than the bottom because of the fat and the cream floats on top. They are lighter. This is the best part of the yogurt. And then for the rest, I would like to stir it. See, now it becomes such a smooth, silky texture. It's very, very, very good. Now I will enjoy it. So the water is hot, we can make our yogurt. We put the yogurt in the pot and then put in hot water, boiling water. put all of them in. So it's submerged into the hot water. The yogurt submerged into the hot water. So let's talk about some yogurt making, see the rain, and talk about yogurt making. So when I was young, I was some richer people can afford to buy 1 bottle or 2 bottles of yogurts, and we never had the money to buy it. I think once in many years, my parents brought us to park, some entertainments, and then we have tried 1 or 2 spoonfuls of yogurt, and we call it sour milk, 是酸奶, and in Chinese it's translated into 酸奶, with milk got soured. So from that time, yogurt is kind of connected with luxury, with richness, with good life. So that is the basic of all these yogurt thing and making yogurt thing. The basic. I think right now I make yogurt not really because of this, but there is a childhood, very fond memory, very fond memory, very profound and kind of sad or kind of nostalgic. Mostly we should say nostalgic, very far away memory of my childhood that brought me close to this yogurt thing, and it carries out. And now I grown up, I can afford yogurt, and I can buy yogurt, but I choose to make yogurt. It makes me very satisfied to make my own yogurt, and I turn this yogurt making from the first try into actually quite a pretty serious stuff. I have all the good sized pot and the lid. So we will keep on with the story of the pot and the lid. Okay, maybe I will make another video clip of this. Okay, let's keep on with the talk of the yogurt. So, where was I? And another thing about yogurt is because my first husband is French, you have already know, and French yogurt is quite good. When I work in Germany and no, not in Germany. When I work for a foreign company, one of my colleagues told me that French yogurt is so good, and he had a friend that she had a French friend, and it's a work colleague or something. And this guy is so proud of French yogurt. Every time he traveled from France to China, to Beijing, he would buy yogurt and brought him the real fresh yogurt, yaourt. And it was so delicious. But anyway, there are so many stories of yogurt. It's quite a myth for me to be able to make this yogurt. And many years ago, 15 or 19 years ago sometime, we just arrived in California, and we met with different friends. One French family. I remember her name is Anne, and she was pregnant. And in French, whenever there is between the French people, whenever there is dialogue, it's so obvious, and so often the dialogue switch to food. And this lady, she was pregnant, and she told me, you can make yogurt. And at that time, she was not pregnant. Anyway, you can make yogurt, and you can buy the yogurt starter in the supermarket and something, and then make the yogurt. I was hoping of making this yogurt, and I just could not. And I asked different friends, and asked my husband, asked other people, and people just told me, if yogurt you make it right, is right. If you make it wrong, it can kill you. So it intimidated me, so I never thought about it. And then a few years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, there was a new trend in China of making their own yogurt. And people make yogurt, and how good yogurt it is for the health. And then it started in America, there is a trend of eating Greek yogurt. So I bought Greek yogurt, and then I start to understand the Greek yogurt is quite expensive, $4 a pot. And knowing that we can make yogurt, I started to try. I bought a Greek yogurt starter and make the first try. So the first try, as always, was a wonderful success. I think a lot of you, if you make yogurt, usually, if you make something, usually, the heaven give us the first chance to be right, and then you always fail. And the first try was a good success, and then I keep on trying. It always could not make it. I have tried a couple of months, 1 month, 2 months, something, and 10 times fail or something, and then I finally got tamed this yogurt monster. Now it's really difficult for me to fail, because I mostly know how to make it, and if sometimes I put water too hot, I make it shorter time. If too long, I make it longer time. Something, it always turn out to be right. So this yogurt making, what is the appeal of making my own yogurt is that it's a myth. It's a mystery for me at the beginning. I could not make, and finally I made it. And once I made it, you have seen at the first time I use a fruit jar, a jam jar. And then my husband got into finding that I make yogurt, and we went to France. I think he went to France, and he found the yogurt starter, as I have shown you. Maybe I should show you that yogurt starter. So he bought some yogurt starter. At that time, we did not know much of the difference. And I think he found 2 different kinds or 3 different kinds. And actually, there are 3 different kinds as far as we know, this Alsa brand. This one is normal yogurt, and this one is onctueux. Onctueux is a little bit sticky which is very delicious. And then another one is more liquidy, green cover, blue, yellow, and green, 3 of them. And he bought it, and then I start to make it a little bit more serious. And we never use a machine to make it. I just use, at the beginning, I use a pot of hot water, and now I realize in our family we have those igloo lunch container or something. So I start to use that, becomes so much easier. And then we found, gosh, these yogurt pots, it looks so cute. We used to buy this yogurt in France. It does not cost as much, and in California you can also buy this brand, because there is made in France or gourmet corner. They sell these at quite expensive price. It's not because they are making a lot of money. It's just from shipping and import tax, all these things make it so expensive. It's something like $2 or $3 a little pot of it. Now I think $2 for $3 something a pot of it. So it's having something quite expensive like this make me feel feel good that I can afford expensive thing. And it is really pretty. This one is a little bit old, and but the pretty one, the new one, really pretty. So I start to collect it every time. My husband traveled to France. He bought some of this pot, and he's coming back today. He will buy some new pot, and so last year we went to France. I ate a lot of yogurt so that I can bring this pot back in my suitcase. I have a lot of these empty pots. And we found different color, green color, black color, blue color, and light blue, blue foncé, blue clair, et douce. Et aussi, il y a formes différentes. There are different kinds of shape, some little fat, little like beer barrel. And in Germany, we were stopped in, we transfer, air flight transfer, we stopped in, I think it's Munich, airport, and we found some, we had a few hours coming out, we found a glass whacker pot, so I started to buy those, and now I have something like 30 or 40, around 40 of these little pots, and it's growing, and so it just become a collection that I am so happy and so proud of, and it changed my lifestyle also, because as a teacher, you sometimes when the class schedule is very close, you have very short time to eat your lunch, and some other time you have longer time, and I first do not like to eat smelly food. I do not like to eat some food that later on has smell from your mouth. It's not in lunchtime. It's just not comfortable. You eat a burger or eat a sandwich or eat salad, whichever thing you eat, there is a flavor coming out or there is a smell coming out. So. And I like to eat food easy to digest in lunchtime, easy to digest and quick to digest. So I eat this, and sometimes when I'm hungry, I eat a little bit of cake, sweet things, nothing salty, mostly nothing salty, not much. Maybe one out of blue, I eat something salty, or if there is bigger things. So yogurt, I made this yogurt and put into my workplace refrigerator, and in the middle of class recess, I have 10 minutes, 20 minutes class recess. You can eat it within 1 minute, right? Within even a few seconds of it, and it's easy to digest, and you can eat it on just. When you are hungry, when I am hungry, I eat one part of it and run to my next class. I do not feel bloated. I do not feel difficult to digest. And so this is my lunch. In the morning, so during my work time, this is my lunch. And I do not eat other things. I have 5 pots of it in the fridge. Sometimes I eat. If I cannot finish, leave for the next day. So it is my lifestyle right now, and I'm comfortable with it. And later on, I try different flavor of it. Put in some fruit on the bottom, chocolate on the bottom, and caramel on the bottom, and crème de marron, chestnut paste on the bottom. I have tried several different kinds, and I have put syrup into it. With all this trying, I got my own preference. If you have, I think during the Christmas time, we got gifts from others. I could not eat caramel because it's sticky to my teeth, so, and just cannot eat it, and it's not good to throw it away or something. But I found that if I cut the caramel, one piece of caramel you cut into 2 parts and put 1 or 2 parts into it, or 1 piece of caramel with yogurt making on the bottom. When it is done, caramel is melted and you stir it up. It's delicious, just wonderful. One is caramel, another one is crème de marron, chestnut paste. These two works well. Chocolate does not work well. Nutella does not work well, and jam does not work well for my particular preference. Maybe you will find your way of doing it, but for me, caramel and crème de marron, ça marche le mieux. So, did I finish your question? What is the appeal of making yogurt? Yogurt, deep in the root, it's planted in my life. It was something luxury, same as cauliflower. It's a luxury just in my mind, in my understanding of life. Cauliflower. That's another story. Maybe I will tell you. Maybe I can tell you right now. Because in China, we always eat Chinese cabbage. And in winter, we buy the cabbage and store it, and to eat one kind of vegetable, that is Chinese cabbage, throughout the whole winter. So Chinese cabbage is one of the best things in the world. But if you eat it 3 months, 4 months in a row, it's a little bit too much. And there are other kind of cabbages, the green cabbage, the normal cabbage, which we make into coleslaw or something. And we do not eat it that often. It becomes, and it's more leaf. So it's one of the better, in my understanding, in my youth memory, that was a little bit more expensive. And cauliflower is one thing that only once in a while we eat it. So it's always connected with cauliflower. And so always in my mind that whenever I eat cauliflower, I feel I'm living the most expensive life, the most luxury life. And one day, when I was in college, when I was, I think, on my 20-something or late teenager years and early 20s, one time I finished work, graduate, I think, finished work or came back from university, came back home, and my mother was cooking something. My mother asked me what you would like to eat. I said cauliflower, 菜花, because 菜花, cauliflower, always brings the memory of luxury. And my mother said, okay, that is easy to fulfill. And when we were young, we could not afford it. Now we could afford, so she bought cauliflower for me. So luxury. Yogurt is a luxury for me. It's a myth for me. I could not make it, and now I could make it. I make it into something, and make it into something that is this delicious. And the third thing is, it changed my lifestyle. And I used to eat, I used to eat, what did I eat if I do not eat yogurt? I eat coffee and a piece of cake, something, and now yogurt is easy to digest. I feel that it changed my lifestyle, and it changed my, maybe it is really good for our health. I feel it's easy to digest, and it accumulates my digestion system. I just feel it's good. And another thing is that I developed my little own empire of yogurt with the fitting, with a pretty yogurt pot and the fitting lid. So at the very first, I use a piece of paper on top of it. And then I found that I can use cupcake. So I bought cupcake, and then I was trying to find something that just the exact same size of lid. I bought a lot of sprinkles, covers. I didn't bought that much. I just bring this one with me and go to the shop and see which cover is exactly the size. It was quite silly that I brought this and go to the shop and see which cover, the plastic cover that fits it. I tried the yogurt. Yogurt is too big, and I tried sprinkles, too big, and I tried some something like the Japanese sparkles, seafood sparkles, and it was too small. And the soda powder, it was too small or too big. Anyway, tried all of them. And finally, one day, in Crate and Barrel, I found this lid, 60 centimeter, just the perfect size. So I bought 5 to begin with, and I just could not afford to buy too many things at one shot. I am not comfortable with spending a lot of money at one shot. So I bought 5, tried it on, perfect. I love it. And then I went there again to buy another. I was planning to buy 10, and they give me 5, so I took back home 5. I think I bought 5 in the first shot, and then I went there again to buy 10, and there was a mistake. They gave me only 8 or 9, and then I went there again, another 10, and then again another 10, something like 30 or 40 of it. And one day our colleague is teaching students about bacteria. Bacteria, there are good bacteria and bad bacteria. And she was teaching bacteria, and I was supporting her class, and I was thinking, wow, bacteria, yogurt is the best example of bacteria development. It's bacteria and develop into something good. There is a good bacteria. So she was doing the bad bacteria. So she put something into a little container. Let the students scratch some with a cotton tip. Scratch the handle of door handle or door or corner or pencil case. Something scratch some, and 2 weeks later it become molded and really ugly. And then I will do this yogurt thing. And last year we have done one time. I did not put a sugar, so it becomes quite sour, this yogurt. I think so some students said it's not good. So this year I put a little bit of sugar. Each student put a little bit of sugar on it. It developed wonderfully, and students like this little pot and likes this little lid. It's become one of my thing, and it's one part of my little yogurt empire. So this is the appeal of yogurt making, and I hope this question and answer you. I am in front of camera with in front of my computer with a lot of these your questions, and I will answer one by one. I may not read through all this, but there are kind of a few topics, something about Kevin, something about how I meet my husband, something about how I start this ASMR, and how about my life story and draw my life things. I will answer you one by one, not in a rush, and this I will do the answering video one by one, favorite tea one by one, not one sentence answer. And because there are so much things too profound, one sentence, it could be quite misleading, right? Anyway, this is my yogurt story. I hope I have spoken all what I want to say for now. Maybe sometime later, a few months later, a few years later, you ask the same yogurt question, I may have a different answer. I have a different reply. For now, I have told what I want to say. Thank you very much for your time, and I really appreciate what your heart has given me. You give me your heart, wholeheartedly caring about me. I am really blessed in that sense. Thank you very much.